I'm hungry and I'm going to cook. I'm too lazy to go to the shop, so I'm going to make something out of everything I've got left at home. So, got a bag of potatoes. They're probably safe to eat. I've got an onion that's probably safe to eat. Some bacon. We've got a couple herbs, and I'm just going to try and make like an easy, kind of simple potato gratin. So, I'm going to walk you through it, a couple steps at a time, and we'll see how it goes. Let's see if this turns out okay. I'm going to keep you posted as we go. Okay, so on second thought, those potatoes are not okay. So I think I'm just going to go to the shop and get a few things anyway. But it's not like I can make like a massive portion because there's already something being cooked in the house for later. So it's supposed to just be something little and small for me. I was literally just going to slice it all up, season it, maybe cover it with some stock, let it like cook for a while. Yeah. I don't know if I want to like go buy meat or anything right now. You know, the whole being unemployed thing. But I'm gonna come up with something. I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna go from there. First, what we're gonna do to start is we have washed our potatoes. We're kind of eyeballing it because I'm cooking for one person and just going to be trying to make like a little potato gratin in this tiny dish. I'm going to start by peeling the potatoes, get all that nasty skin off. I mean, you can keep it and fry it if you want, like some nice crispy potato skins, like maybe chips or something like that. But for first of all, I'm going to wash, peel them, I'm going to slice them as thinly as I possibly can. And once I've got that sorted, we're going to start cutting up the onion, cutting up the garlic, and that's going to be ready so when we start frying the bacon, because I'm going to dice that up too, so I want everything to go nice and easy in this one. I'm going to cook that all together, and then we'll start more. So once I've got some ingredients prepared, I'll get back to you with the next part. So, in the short period of time, that I've been gone, we have turned 2 of these into a bunch of this. Lovely thin potato slices. What's next? Who knows? I've got to do the next one first. I'm about to cut my onion, and I remember telling you about a technique I learned. I'm going to try and figure out a way to film myself doing it. I don't know how well this is going to go, how well it's going to look. I'll have a little play around, a little test, and we'll go from there. But, yes, I figured out on a third potato the most efficient and best way to cut it. So now we've got all our potato thinly sliced. Next up is we're going to dice our onion, we're going to chop up some garlic, and then we're going to start frying the bacon, chuck everything in there with it. I think I'm going to dice up the bacon as well, like just have it all nice and easy. And then basically we're going to layer it all together, make it look all sexy and beautiful. Chuck it in a preheated oven. It's definitely not an air fryer. It's basically a convection oven, come on. And when it doesn't cook properly, we'll just put it in for longer. So, wait for the next step, I suppose. Right, how does that look? Oh, perfect. Now, can we just focus on that, please? There we go. Right, so, I've realised I should have peeled my onion before hitting record. But you know what? That's just part of life. Sometimes we make these mistakes and we have to learn. There's a car alarm going off outside. How bad could that possibly be? Hopefully the neighbours aren't getting broken into. Right now, that is not my concern. This onion is my concern. So I try and keep the peeling in frame so it's entertaining for you. I'm sure there's better ways to do this, but I'm just being a bit slow, a bit lazy, and this is all a bit of a last minute gig. So, as I told you before, we take the ends off, of course. 1 and 2. And then once we've got our ends of our onions off, and yes, we're doing right this next to our potato that we're going to be eating, we're going to split it down the middle, just like that. And a lot of people like to cut it now lengthways and then chop inside. But that's not what we're doing here. We're going to chop it the opposite way, against like the grain of the onion, right? Do you get me? Am I chatting shit? You know what I mean? Like most people usually go along with that because it's already got a natural. So we're going to go against the natural one. And as soon as we've got a nice bunch of lines in there, we realise that we've already done it wrong. I'm kidding, we haven't. So now we've got it like this. Instead of coming just straight down, we're going to go in with the curve of the onion. And you can see how lovely and thin and diced this comes out. Ooh, lovely onion. I may have actually cocked it up and done it the other way around, to be honest. I'm really tired. I just had like 2 4-hour naps over the night. So it's like kind of like my brain's working. It's like I know what I want to do, but I don't know if I've got the power to do it. So we're just going to keep going, basically. It's not going to be perfect, you know. This isn't like Michelin star level chef stuff. It's just me, little old Sam in his kitchen, trying to cook for the homies. And by the homies, I mean literally me, because there's no one else here. Everyone else has a job and does things. Just me, baby. So that's our onion chopped. We're going to do the same, just chop some garlic. And I'm going to start frying the bacon. And I will see you very soon. You might be thinking, Sam, you want to cut your bacon, but you've got a bunch of potato, a bunch of onion, and soon to be a bit of garlic just hanging around. What are you going to do? Well, I'm not here to do things fancy. I don't have high quality knives, and it's going to take me an age if I'm going to do anything more than just take a pair of scissors. I'm going to sit there and slowly let this oil heat up in the pan. Not a fan of induction hobs, but hey, you do what you can with what you've got. We're going to just chop up our bacon by hand. Again, we're not trying to impress no one. It's not going to be perfect. We just want it in nice little chunks so it's all going to come together nicely when you kick that first bite. So for now, I'm going to go chop my meats and then I'll chat to you more in a minute. Once again, you've got this B-Tech little setup to show me cooking. So I'm only going to do 2 little sliced like garlic cloves because it's just for me. I don't need to make a lot in excess, right? We just take the butts off because no one likes to eat the butt. And then we're just going to nicely, thinly slice the garlic. You know, you ain't got to go crazy. I've already given it a bit of a crush just while I took the skins off. And yeah, it's going to be nothing intense, nothing amazing. Sorry, my chopping skills definitely leave stuff to be desired. But once we've chopped our garlic, as you can you see on my left? No, you can't. But now I'm done with that, I can take you away and show you. We have our bacon. Just going to chuck that back on, get it a little bit more crispy. Then we're going to chuck in a handful of onion. Then we're going to chuck in our garlic. And then, next step, you'll have to wait and find out what it is. Right, so our bacon is kind of how we want it to go. He knows, he wants a bit of that bacon, look at him. So, now we're going to add in as much onion as we think we can stomach for this recipe, because I definitely brought too much. So we're going to chuck about that much in, we're going to chuck our 2 cloves of garlic in, and then from there, we're going to stir this just basically until the onions become soft. Now I'm an oniony boy, I like onions. We've got 3 potatoes to, you know, like 2/3 of an onion roughly, and yeah, that's kind of it. So this is going to be a nice slow boring step. Just going to mix this around, keep stirring it up good, and then once this is ready, we're going to have the exciting part of chucking about half of this mixture into our little basin here, our little pot thing, washed, blah blah. English not my first language. It's the first one I learnt, but you know, I didn't come out the womb speaking it. He wants to go for a wee, but you can't go for a wee because there's a man outside doing a man job. So sorry mate, wait a second, I'll put you on a lead and I'll take you out in a second. We homies, he's chill, don't worry about it. So, as soon as we've done this, I will update you for the next step. Go piss, boy. But right now, just like that, we're looking pretty juicy. I don't know what you can see of me, I don't know what you can see of everything here, but I think that now that the onion has softened, I've just taken it off the heat, I'm quite happy. I'm not going to do anything else until I've checked this camera angle. I'm going to say in advance, this might be a bit of a longer clip now, because I know you can see what I can see. What we're going to do is we are going to chuck half of this lovely, delicious, onion, bacony, garlicky mixture into our bowl. That's about half, you'd say, yeah, something like that. And we're just going to spread that around so it's looking all good. And now comes the fun bit. We are going to be layering on our potato. So it's thin as hell. Now you can sit and you can make it look pretty, you can make it look good, you can make it look to all sorts of shapes and patterns. You know, your typical restaurant is you'll find like spirals, so you can have it all stacked up like certain way around the edge. But you know, Gordon Ramsay ain't here today, so we haven't got to worry about all that. So we're just gonna layer it up, stack it on top. And I don't know about you, but these boys are looking thin and juicy, looking very delicious indeed. And I'm just going to basically chuck on as much potato as physics allows me to before I have to chuck on the last of it. Oh, this is looking good. I'm getting hungry just looking at it. And basically once I've done this, I'm going to be pouring in, what I didn't mention, is some chicken stock that I made earlier. Would have preferred to use like actual chilies and stuff, but you know, I told you already, this is just BTEC easy, nothing too crazy today. I don't even know how this is going to go. This, I think, is my second time ever making something like this. Last time I followed a recipe. Today I'm completely eyeballing it. As you can see, I've got so much bloody stuff left over that I might end up just making another portion of it later. This seems good. I don't know how much is too much. I don't know if it's too dense, if it's too what, but I like that it's thin. So I think I'm going to chuck on the last of my mixture here, just onto the top. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like half, does it? I mean, look, we do things, we experiment, we try, and we just see how it goes. And what we're going to do now is chuck this into a preheated oven, not a preheated air fryer whatsoever, that I definitely haven't set up yet. And I will let you know how it comes out. But first, let's just chuck on a bunch of this lovely chicken stock. I think that's probably good. Like, we don't need too much. We don't need too little either. It's kind of going to steam itself and then get crispy on the top. I like the idea of just chucking some thyme on because thyme is timeless. And it's kind of all you need for something like this. You don't need to go crazy with it, you know? So I'm just going to chuck on some salt and pepper as well. Nothing crazy, just keep it simple, keep it nice and easy. Yes, in the family household we are using electric tools. No, don't really care for them. Why would you get something battery operated when you could just crunch and twist? But for now, I'm going to say ta-da, because I think that is going to be it until it's ready. So I'll let you know again when we're ready to go, and you can see the finished product. Forget to preheat it, obviously, and I also forgot to mention that what we're going to do is cover this up with tin foil, chuck it in for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then take the tin foil off, chuck it in for another 20-25 minutes. Usually when you're doing like a massive tray, you want closer to like half an hour, maybe a little bit longer, but because it's such a small portion, I don't want to overdo it. But also I know when you use an air fryer compared to an oven, it doesn't quite heat as quick, like you're supposed to do it on a lower temperature. So I've dropped it down, like, I'm not doing it 180 degrees, I'm doing it 175. So I'm hoping all of this guesswork kind of works it out nicely, and it should come out good. So it's now sitting about 10 to 11 in the morning. So by lunchtime, I should have a delicious meal waiting for me. So I can't wait to let you know how it goes. I'll speak to you later. I know exactly what I'm going to do with the leftover potato. Because it is still lovely and thinly sliced, I'm going to give it a rinse, just to get a little bit of that starch off, and dry it out, and then I'm going to just season it with a bit of paprika, a bit of salt. Well, actually, no, you don't want to do salt straight away, because what I'm going to do is make crisps. I'm just going to chuck it in the oven, crisp them up, and then after they come out of the oven, that's when you chuck the salt on, because you do. Why? I don't remember. Do I look like a chef? No. So, what I did was I took a colander and chucked all the leftover potato in there, and then I ran it across under the tap, tried to get a little bit more of that starch off, and I've just been drying it out on the side here. So now I'm going to add all of this to some seasoning, or perhaps maybe I'll add some seasoning to all of this, and then just chuck it in a bowl, and I'll line it across a nice like baking tray, and I'll actually use the oven for this one because I don't have enough room. And then we will have some delicious, delectable crisps just for moi. Unless anyone gets here in time to try them, but I doubt it. And finally, we have the finished product. The result of our strenuous labour here. Definitely didn't try it or forget to film it first time round, but it looks delicious. It tastes delicious. It's soft, it's crunchy, it's salty. It's fucking fantastic. And I will be making it again. That's everything I have for you today. If there's anything else you'd like to see, or any feedback, comments, criticism, the lot, chuck it my way, and hopefully I can make some more things for you soon. See you later.